Well, you know, I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And
I'm still standing with Heathers Zen Den. You guys are just off to the races all the time. I'm telling you what, every time I talk to you. By the way, picture this. I'm going to take it back. A little Sophia action here. Golden Girls. Picture this. When you came on the first time, we were so discombobulated. I didn't know what the hell was going on. We had stuff everywhere. Now we're picking up a little bit, you know? We're growing together here. But now, not a lot of stuff being thrown in your face. Just able to kind of enjoy the conversation. But you guys have been busy. We were just talking to Kelly with Treehouse Wildlife. You guys are collaborating with them. Every time I look at an event, there's always some component of Heathers Zen Den a part of it. You guys have got to be excited and proud about how this has been for you guys.
We are.
So excited. Yes.
It's been a pretty good year, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. A wonderful year.
That's
so far.
incredible. That's just incredible. So take me through this. Let's do it, because there's so much stuff to talk about. It's like, where do you even start? Why don't we just start with a little bit of a recap since, the last time we talked, December?
Yep.
Wow. Time's moving.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Already in May. That's crazy.
I tell people, it's like February comes, you're there for 6 years, then, it's May, and then all of a sudden you're back in October.
Yeah.
There it is. It's like a blackout,
Right.
Where was I? No, it's no one. But with that being said, what have you guys been up to? Because I can't even keep track of all this stuff.
Okay, so February we had our ribbon cutting for our 2-year anniversary.
Awesome! Yeah. So before I even go any further, 2 years, did you expect to be, really this prominent in such a short? Because you are. I mean, I'm not to, give you an ego or anything.
Yeah.
But, you guys are kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah, I'm actually really, really humbled by the fact that we've grown so much in the last 2 years. I've hired, 5 new teachers on staff just in the last year.
That's incredible.
And they're all wonderful.
Good answer.
Yes.
Good answer.
And we've grown. The word I think I would use is exponentially.
Yeah. Well, it's true. Because to me, growth happens whenever you have peaks and valleys. And as of now, I don't have any wooden. Oh, hi. Yeah, I do. I got this paneling. See, it's good to have an old building. Knock on wood, I don't see any peaks or valleys coming anytime soon.
Yeah.
And it's because you guys are so passionate and you guys have great personalities and always happy. And, whenever CJ's groveling and coming up to say, hey, can you guys come down a little bit early? It brings a little bit of life to my, needed morning here.
Absolutely.
So you celebrate 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a big accomplishment. You're over at East-Alton, a great plaza.
Yep.
Before I ask about anything else, what's it like to be there? Because to me, everything seems to be happening over at East-Alton a lot of the times.
It's pretty amazing, really, because they're building it up over there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new businesses coming in. We're collaborating with Food Affair. We have yoga and brunch, and they're growing wonderfully too. So
it seems like the tenants have a really nice working relationship with for the most part, very supportive.
They're really good about. We're really good about supporting each other.
That's
so.
incredible. Sorry, I keep stopping the train. What else are we? I feel like there's sometimes I used to make fun of Larry King all the time because he'd never ask the damn follow-up question. It's like so now I ask too many of these damn things. We forget what we're talking about. So we celebrated 2 years. What else happens?
So moving to March, we, are a sponsor of the Jacoby Art Center. So we were very lucky to have our Equinox event there, which was amazing.
Good turnout.
Yeah, good turnout.
Wonderful.
It's always great to do, yoga among the art. You know what I mean? It's just really cool. So
I can hear your phone vibrating.
It is mine. It's not important. This is important.
Like, what is that? Is someone drove? Well, when they were doing the roads, everything would shake in the studio. Everything would shake. So they were drilling outside, and all of it, you'd hear the entire time. And I'm like, they are not doing road work again. I was getting ready to go walk outside and say something to someone. Not today.
Yes.
So the Equinox, man, I actually saw a lot of shares about this.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people really engaging with it. And I just love the fact that you guys are having such great results.
yeah. It's wonderful. We're so blessed with the community, the supporting us, coming out to our classes and our workshops.
So cool.
It's wonderful.
That is incredible. So we have the Equinox event in March, and then what else is coming down? What else happened?
April was a really busy month.
This is where you guys were everywhere. You guys
We were everywhere.
Did you guys remember to breathe?
I mean, yes.
Yes, there was a lot of breathing sessions. Yes.
I'm ready for yoga too. So, April, where do we even start? Because I know that you guys were Timbuktu. You were up in,
Colorado.
Dublin. You were in Colorado.
We were in
Crestone, Colorado.
Wait, you were seriously in Colorado?
Yes.
In real life.
I was getting ready to make a joke.
No,
going, where you go?
we were.
I really was. I'm like, oh, they were in Timbuktu. They went to Dublin, Ireland. They came back.
Not yet.
Not yet. Stay tuned.
We're working on it.
That's a tease. That's a teaser. Right? So you were in Colorado. What are you doing up there?
So Crestone, Colorado, we have partnered with Kundalini Yoga of Crestone, and we went out there to learn more about and actually take the Kundalini Yoga teacher training. So we were out there for a week. It was amazing.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, and so we are now into becoming Kundalini yoga teachers.
Wow.
So
That
we're
is
super exciting. Yeah.
So what is? Take us through a little bit more of what, because I'm not familiar
Sure.
with it. What is that type of style?
So not a lot of people are familiar in the Midwest with Kundalini yoga. What we think about with yoga, is a hatha. What we normally do here, you think of a sun salutation. You think of your postures, your
Down dog.
stuff like that.
I can do none of them.
You're doing a sequence. So Kundalini yoga works more on more on your internal body. So you're doing more maybe you're working on your nervous system. Maybe you're thinking about your bladder. Maybe you're doing So you're not necessarily doing as many movements as you would, but the sequences are called kriyas.
I think there could be a lot of health benefits.
Yes,
to that.
tremendous. Yes, tremendous.
Yeah,
health
because they have it
benefits.
for your heart. They have it for emotional balance.
Well, to me, I'm thinking for nerves because I was just because we get a thing from the health departments, or not health departments, but the health firms or whatever, and have a little bit of a newsroom, and I see a lot of things about nervous systems and how some nerve stuff could affect maybe some IBS problems and things.
Right.
And all that. So all that stuff really this can help that.
Yeah. I mean,
That
how
is
weird.
So cool.
How weird that your whole body's tied together, right?
No.
I know.
I am a flat bodyer. I'm telling you this right now. It doesn't connect. Your head is completely different. I'm the one, That's the next conspiracy. Your head is really not attached to your body. No,
It's not.
Flat. 2D. Okay. So this is, I'm blown away by this. This could really help so many people. And you guys are getting this certificate. Is it done yet, or you still have some stuff to do?
We have until August.
Right.
So we get certified in August, and basically what's going to happen, we come out of teacher training, and then we go right into offering teacher training at our
This is huge.
studio.
Yes.
This is huge.
Yeah.
I mean that because to me, we all know the benefits of yoga in general,
Yes.
and but to me to have something internally, because there's so many times. There's so many people that this could benefit.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they have, because every yoga has their own terminology.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So this is like a kriya. You can think of their sequences as kriyas. So kriyas are like a recipe, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make a cake, you got to do it right? So you got to make the cake right with the recipe. So that's what more like Kundalini is. It's like you have to follow the recipe, and then you're working on your endocrine system.
All right, we're
You're
going to
working
talk
on
longer because I got another thing to add.
Yay!
I am always I know the best cooks in the world. I see them at home. It's like the best in the world. You go to Rome and all this. I always think about their cooking. The best cooks are the worst bakers, and here's why. Hear me out. Because cooks like to experiment a little bit. You can't experiment when you're baking a damn cake. It's gotta be the way
science.
it is. And just like you guys are doing, though, you have to learn this to a T.
Yes.
Because you can't. It's not one you can really tweak, right? Because it's internal.
No.
You got to be really on this.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm picking this up
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
here. Look at this. I'm ready to get certified. So that's a big deal. And how is it, though, to represent your brand in another state? Because not very many people have that opportunity.
It's a new experience, to be honest.
Yeah. What was there a learning curve or anything whenever you're doing this type of stuff?
So I can't speak for Andrea, but I felt like a disadvantage because I didn't do a lot of Kundalini yoga to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But even after like 3 or 4 classes, I was hooked. I was like, I have to know more about this practice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we decided we were going to go out. Adventure is our word for the year.
There you go.
So,
Good word.
Yes.
we actually road tripped out there, 15 and a half hours.
Cool. Right on.
It was definitely an adventure. But when we got there is, I think, when it got really real. Yeah, so when we turned in and we like walked in, we're like, wow, we're
here.
doing
Yeah,
this. We're doing this.
Well, it seems like too with those situations, it's like the kid that's gonna jump off the high dive. You know, it's like,
Yes.
oh yeah, I'm going up there. I'm up there. That's how it was with me when I was over in Austin, Texas, doing pro wrestling. Like, oh yeah, I'm ready. And then you get there and you're like, hello, my name is Jack. And you're giving people just so that way if you mess up, they don't really know who you are.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's actually really cool to hear because you're experiencing this.
Yes.
But to have a new situation unfold for you, a little nerve-wracking almost.
It's definitely a new practice.
Yeah.
Because, like she said, you have to follow the recipe. You can't veer off from the recipe.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
specific.
Right.
And I am a teacher that teaches on the fly. So
Gotcha.
it's very structured. It's very
Disciplined.
yes, that's the word
Yes.
I would use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very disciplined.
Disciplined.
And,
Yeah.
and now, was there a learning curve on your end?
Yeah. Yes.
Good answer. Good. I'm ready for Family Feud. I've been saying that for 4 weeks. I keep calling Steve Harvey. I could be the best Family Feud.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
And he's like, that's not a good answer.
That would be the participant. That was just the worst.
Yeah.
Can we trade? Can we request a trade? So a learning curve. Can you kind of go into detail? Was there something specific?
Just, I've always been intrigued.
Yeah.
Once I've learned about Kundalini through, other yoga, through the Hatha that I had done and everything. So to be there and to like get all of it and like, oh, it's not just like, like I've taken a class and I've learned a little bit about this. It's kind of like the whole thing unraveling.
Yes.
And just the, the philosophy, the postures,
Yeah.
the kriyas, the everything is just very interesting. And to get, my hands on all that knowledge was, very exciting.
Now, were there other yoga schools there or yoga studios there with lead instructors that you could collaborate? How does this work?
No, it was just it's just me and her.
That's
and then, No, there was like 9 other people, but I'm saying they were like individuals. They're not like studio owners.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I was asking if there was like a collaboration
No.
thing. So that's even more nerve-wracking because you're in a league of your own almost.
Yeah.
Really
So
cool.
We were so fortunate. Sue, who's the
Yeah.
founder of Crestone, the Kundalini Crestone Yoga, we were so fortunate to partner with her and to have her. So she actually just was here.
She was just here.
Yeah, she was just
Cool.
here. We did a
Yeah.
Kundalini weekend. We had a wonderful turnout.
Wonderful.
People were very excited. So we're excited to be able to bring this
That's awesome.
new type of yoga to the
Yes.
Well, and too, I'm sure it can be. Is it something that maybe people that have some mobility issues
Yeah.
can do a little bit easier?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I don't even know anything
Yeah.
about it. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready to do something. I'm ready. So, with that being said, you're in Colorado.
Yeah.
Now, what's your next stop along the Heathers Zen Den roadmap of April?
Well, so April, after we had our Kundalini event,
Yeah.
which was the whole weekend, we had what was about 12 hours. So I mean, it was a big thing.
It was big.
You were there to learn.
Yes.
Yes, we had an awesome turnout of all the people in the community who were excited about Kundalini. And then we, you were talking about the tree house.
Yeah.
So we had a meet and greet, an animal meet and greet.
Yeah, Saturday. So they brought Victor the barred owl.
Oh, he's awesome.
He was amazing. Okay, and I'm not just saying that. he was amazing because so Jason, my husband, you remember him? He's been here.
Yeah, he's great.
Apparently, Jason made like the owl noises at Victor, and he made it back at him. And apparently, it's like a mating call. So I guess now they're mates.
Are they married?
They're married now. So
A hell of a time for Jerry Springer to die. That's the episode right there.
I was like, excuse me. I was like, excuse me, Victor, this is my mate. And he was like, no, he's mine now. So.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. I lost my husband to an owl.
Yes.
I love it. I love the title.
I'm telling you, we can start our own examiner here.
Yes.
That's funny.
That's fantastic. And, with that being said, I mean, there's so much stuff that you guys are doing. And the treehouse thing, I think, is wonderful because it adds elements to a long-standing, organization and gives some new, some new ideas and some new people walking through the doors and seeing what they're all about. And, to collaborate with that, I think it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, so we go back and forth. So one month I go out there and teach, and then the other month they come out and share their knowledge of the animals with us, right? So May 20th, we will be going out to Treehouse, and we're going to do like what is it called? A nature meditation. So we're going to sit out in nature. We're going to journal afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, outside. So they have like a little area where you can sit. It's over by the eagles, so the eagles get kind of loud.
Maybe.
But they screech.
Yeah, it's insane. I didn't realize how loud birds could get.
Yeah, especially eagles. So it might be a little loud with Spuds the eagle. So it'll be okay.
Spuds is not having any of your meditation.
Yes.
Maybe get Spuds involved. You have to start getting them,
We can do eagle pose.
There you go. Exactly.
We have eagle pose, so I'll probably do that.
Now, how crazy would that be, though, if he started becoming a part of the yoga?
That would be
that?
that'd
It's
be
like
amazing.
you guys connect with the eagle
I'll
pose.
see what I'm going to do. I'll see what I can do.
And now, if this happens, I'm telling you what, it's going to make the front page of the Post-Dispatch.
Yes.
It'll make the front page of the STL today, without a doubt.
Challenge accepted.
I'm telling you, you better do it, too. We're going to try. I'm ready for that.
You can do it.
This is why it's so great, and this is why you guys keep growing, because there's so many different options out there, but what you guys do is create a family. I mean, it's a community of it's not clients or customers, it's a family, a community, and your guys' passion for this makes everything so much more enjoyable. And I always tell people that, I was talking to Michael Table and with Edison's, and we were talking about their Mother's Day brunch, and I said, you going to it? He goes, oh yeah, we have a table. I said, that's great. You know what amazes me? When somebody throws an event, but they don't go to it, or their family doesn't go. It's like, well, if you don't want your family to go, why do you want the public to go to this darn thing? And so the fact that you guys are always participating and always, being a part of something, it makes it so much easier to really support this identity of Heathers Zen Den and this brand image and keep it going for years to come.
Yeah. Mostly we love community outreach. That's basically, that's what I pride myself on. I love meeting new people and everybody and collaborating with other small businesses.
You're great at it, seriously.
And we actually had another event Sunday. I can't leave out.
Right.
So Anna from Dolce and Anna.
Oh, she's great. She was just on the show recently.
Yeah, so she came down to the studio. We did yoga, and then she had her wine and dessert charcuterie experience.
What perfect pairing.
I know.
Exactly. Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, if there was 1 ounce of stress, I would be gone. Gone. And if anyone claims they were stressed when they left that place, I want Steve Wilkos and that lie detector on the show. That is awesome. And that's what I love. It's not just the same thing every month. You're collaborating with everybody.
Yes.
And that to me is, you can't put a price tag on that. You can't, there's no way you can, throw that on any type of, well, here's how much we contributed. It's priceless. And it helps grow the brand. I mean, this is so cool. Yeah. So did we hit everything in April?
I think that was everything in April. Just a few
That's
things.
a lot, right?
No, I didn't. The way it was going, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't have asked these follow-up questions. We got to get through this.
We had a lot going on.
That is just incredible.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. And, with that being said, you guys, I'm sure, have a bunch of stuff lined up with summer starting and, this warm weather coming, out and really being able to get outside and enjoy. what are some of your guys' ideas for this summer?
Oh no, I just thought of another one. It was yoga and wine at the vineyards.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I actually talked to Kip with Grafton Winery about this.
Kip.
He was on the show a couple months ago, and or maybe a month or two. I can't remember when, but one show leads into the other. Yeah. But Kip was on, and we talked about your guys' yoga out there too. See, we're always doing what we can to talk about everything. I'm staying up to date. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Now, are you looking to add any more?
So another thing, we did add a yoga class on Sundays.
Oh, cool. What time?
It's at 9 a.m. It's with Amanda Vaughn, and she's teaching a gentle yoga class.
Now, what's that mean?
So the gentle yoga is more gentle movement.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Easy Sunday morning, right?
Yeah. Easy like Sunday morning. I love that.
I met Lionel Richie. Did I tell you that? I met Lionel Richie at an airport.
Oh, awesome.
That jerk is why I was delayed an hour to get to Rome. I have never been so pissed in my life. We were supposed to go to Rome, and I was supposed to go to Rome, and all of a sudden the pilot goes, or the lady comes, we're going to delay the plane for mechanical issues. We're going to take off here in about an hour and 30 minutes. All of a sudden, Lionel Richie comes with his family in a bunch of golf carts, and our plane was magically ready to fly.
Right.
But I made him take a picture. I was the only one that got one, but I said, before you walk through those doors, I got to get a picture of you.
Absolutely.
Still mad at him. But I will let it all go away when I'm taking it easy, like a Sunday morning with Heathers Zen Den and all of this great stuff. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. So now, with that being said, what are we working on coming down the pipeline?
So in May, we talked a little bit about the treehouse.
Yeah, they're great.
We also have, because we're really into this Kundalini.
Yeah.
So we're doing a Kundalini basics class. So anybody who has, is interested, anybody who wants to know more about it, we're doing that on the 21st of May, and we're doing it at 3 to 4:15 at the studio. So
I'm so interested about this because, there's times, and I'm honest, I go through the anxiety battles and stuff, and I was on all the medication. It didn't really work because it changed too much of my personality for the good side. So it's like, well, let's work on this on our own and everything. So I'm great now, but to me, there's always points in time where, you get a little, anxious and it's hard to control the internal side of things. And this is a perfect opportunity. I'm actually very interested in this one. Yay. Very interested. Stamp of approval. You don't want it, but here's you're getting it. So we have that. And now, is there any other big things coming down the pipeline?
Besides the yoga teacher training that's coming.
Those are huge. I mean, not to bury the lead, but that really is the lead in this, is that there's an opportunity to really learn with you guys, and you're going to keep growing your army. Your yoga army.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you guys have done, things at the amphitheater. You've done things, other places. Are you looking to go back when the weather's changing, or looking to do some more outside stuff?
Yeah, I think we would love to. We would love to do maybe a solstice at the amphitheater. Would be, just like we did.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. So look for that. Check our website, for any updates that we have. You can always look at our schedule there as well every month. I know Heather's going to post on Facebook about yoga announcements. Our Destination Zen is our newsletter, so keep you up to date.
There you go.
Yeah. So sign up for that.
Cool.
But we've got plenty of stuff coming. But
I have to keep it close to the.
Well, you do. Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. You do.
I'm just kidding.
I do. Hell, no, and I mean this. When you guys are doing what you're doing and you're turning all these heads, you almost have to, because I'm not saying someone's going to take ideas or anything. I'm not like that person, but it's always good to make sure that you keep your cards close, because whenever you're ready to start innovating like you guys have been doing, you're ready to go and you don't have to worry about nothing. Yeah. And by the way, check out their Facebook page, because you can get every event for the month right then and there. I saw it yesterday and thought, wow, how easy is this? Really cool. So for the complete list of May events, of May events, you can check them out on Heathers Zen Den Facebook page. I told you 15 minutes. We talked for 25.
It's just so easy to talk to you.
Well, we have fun each and every time. You guys are great, and keep up the great work. And looking forward to talking to you guys again soon.
Thank you so much.
10:54 on the second day of May. We'll come back, look at a few comments, a few texts, and then we'll wrap up this daily show on this Tuesday in downtown Alton.